All right, what's up, y'all? I'm on the outside. I'm on the outside. I'm gonna try to do it outside because hey, there's like some little sunlight, so I'm getting some sunlight right now. How are y'all? I'm on the outside, friends. I'm on the outside. How are y'all doing this evening? How y'all are doing? I'm looking at the chat. I'm looking at the chat, and I can't believe I'm this early. Well, I'm early for once. For once, O'Neill is actually well. Am I early? Started early? No, I'm late. All right. How was y'all's day? Let me ask y'all a question first before we even get into anything. How was the day? How was your day? Happy Friday, y'all. We're pretty much there. Can you imagine we got you one entire week? How was your day? And please, guys, hit the like button and I know the thing work already. Please. This is how people gonna know that we're here. Please hit. Did someone already have that in the chat? If they do, I'll put it up there. No one else had that? Please hit. Fine, I'll just put it up. Hit the like button. I forgot to put that in. Let me see if that up there. So, whoop, forget to put that in. All right, so there we go. All right, so I feel like this was like one of them topics that were the only thing we get for today was really how was my day was good. People are saying them day was good. Blessed day, everyone. Welcome in, of course. Why not? One journey, big up yourself. Everybody else, big up yourself. Charmin, of course, Etlar and everybody. Big up yourself. Greetings, everyone. Okay, so I think the biggie of the day is this actual skit here with Shayla and Anthony. It is the skit of the day right now because I think it gets us talking and is a good talking point that they've given us. Right? I feel like it's one of the best things they could have done for us is bring this skit up because what you get to see with a skit like this is I think the light is shown. My volume is low. Can you hear me better? Can you hear me better? Is my volume much better? Hold on. Let me turn it up. May I turn myself up? Let me turn myself up. Nope. Hold on. I know I'm outside, so I'm gonna turn it up. Better? Talk to me. Am I much better? Let me make sure my volume good first. Is my volume good? Is my volume good? Is my volume good? Like me say I'm outside. You know what I mean? Is my volume good? Yes, it get better now. Perfect. 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 A cup of tea. I love tea. I don't know if you know I love tea, but I love tea. I think that this is a very, very good them giving us a good opportunity here so to see a particular story that happens all the time. Um O'Neill is in love with the storyline now. I'm in love with the storyline because we take the storyline just right there. Volume good. I can hear me. I think the storyline now has gotten very, very good. Extremely good. Extremely good. It get to a place now where it real. It real and it have many different pieces into it. I feel like that's where the story is at right now. Let me play it out.
No, 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 stop. You gotta stop coming over here. Like this is just too much. You coming over here whenever you feel like it. You know, I have other things in my life going on. I got a man. Like we can't.
Shayla, my son is over here. I'm not tripping off of what you got going on, but my son lives here. So
All right.
what do you
Okay.
expect me to do?
Hold on, hold on. So before me even get anywhere, more ask only the question that if a tea man, I just tea. Nothing else in my cup, Charmian. So before me even move on, I think more ask the question: is Anthony wrong for coming to see his son? Because before I thought Anthony was just popping up randomly, but I realized no, so him pop up every now and again. Is Anthony wrong for coming over here? I'm hoping that them don't shift. Angela can say, I'm hoping them don't shift because the storyline reach a place where it's watchable. We can watch this and we can get into it. And they have so many places them could actually go. Give me your take on that. Is he wrong to be coming to see his kid? Because that's what I'm starting to get from Shayla. Putting a man outside in the parking lot don't make sense. He should call first. One Journey said he should call first. But the truth is, One Journey, even if he calls, she gives him attitude. So some of the time he call, she doesn't answer the phone call. So the question is, but she doesn't answer the phone. She does not answer the phone. Look, she don't answer the phone. Anthony has every right to see his son. She don't answer the phone. In other words, when he's calling, she's not answering the phone at all. So what can you do if you're calling the woman to come to see your kid, but she's not answering the phone? That makes sense. That just a fly. Anyway, let's keep going.
So your son lives here. That doesn't matter. We can meet at my mom's house. We can even meet out in public if that is the better solution.
Meet out in public. That's what like deadbeat daddies do. I'm not a deadbeat, so I'm gonna come see my son.
Anthony, I'm not trying to be rude. I'm just saying there's too much. You coming over here, just popping up. Like, we need a better system so we can tell me what you want. We can meet at Publix in the parking lot. You can come over to my
Shayla,
mom's house.
I'm
It don't make no sense. Here's the problem that's happening with this. The problem I'm having with this is that no, Anthony is not wrong. Here's why Anthony has to keep popping up, right? He's not wrong for coming over there. He should be welcome because he's paying the bills. That's number one. Thank you very much, Sandra. Number one, he's paying the bills. Number two, the problem I have with all of the whole idea of the Anthony pop-up thing is that until Shayla gives Anthony his visitation rights properly, she can't complain. That's why I'm not a problem with him popping up. Give him, give him proper visitation rights, and then she can say all of that. But to me, there is no proper visitation rights. And so because you don't have like a proper visitation rights, how you gonna work it that way? She is clueless. There is no proper visitation rights. Yes, Nanya, she is extremely clueless. But I'm showing you, oh, this is one of the realest stories they're depicting. Extremely real. If you ask the men them in a comment, they must have a friend who has gone through something like this. A better system to see Kai. Well, what is the system though? What is the system for her to meet him out at Publix and then the kid just run around in Publix? Is that what you're saying though, Charmian? Is that the schedule? Every other weekend, every other holiday, give him something. If you don't give him anything, then of course he might keep popping up because at some point he needs to see the kid. May I ask you, Charmian? You tell me. You tell me. What do you prefer? Them meeting at Publix and the kid running around in the park? That's it. That's not comfortable. Court visitation. You'd be a fool to believe Shayla. Exactly. Thank you very much, Nani. I'm glad you have pointed out because I don't think Charmin understand the type of woman that Shayla is. Shayla mood swings over and over again. So maybe the question then is for the audience is, can Shayla be trusted with visitation? That's your question. One for yes and two for no. That's your question, Charmin. Can Shayla be trusted with visitation? Kels, me know, always disappointed us, so he might fold and buy that house for Shayla. Let's see. We never get to that house yet. But me want to work on the schedule. They finally caught our attention. Them finally give us something for actually watch. Especially us mature audience who not like the foolishness for too long. It's court visitation. He could tell her to let him see his son when he wants to or start paying rent or move. If you're watching, guys, hit the like button, please, because that's what brings other people to let them know we're here. So that's my question. Court visitation. Charmaine, that's what I'm asking you if you would have trust Shayla. You've been seeing Shayla now move. Would you, if you were a man, Charmaine, put yourself in a man's shoes. Could Shayla be trusted? That's your question.
I really didn't want to have to go here, but you're kind of forcing on me. Like, either I come to see Kai here or wherever I want to take him, or I'm gonna just have to take you to court.
His back has been forced against the wall. That's what has happened to Anthony. What has happened to Anthony is that she's finally forced him in a corner where he needed to go. Excuse the ambience, cause this is Los Angeles for you. There's always a fire truck around. I don't mean them a come for though. I'm not the emergency. Nanya, me know, trust me, we all have people go through the same thing. I have a brother that went through the same thing like this. I'm telling y'all, it is tough to co-parent with some women. Extremely tough. I'm not even gonna understand how hard it is. With some women, it's extremely hard to co-parent with them. Let me keep looking at y'all's comments. Let me keep looking at y'all's comments, guys. Has every right to come to see his son. Take her to court and tell the lawyer exactly what's going on. Because that's what's happening right now. Most people tend to be carded enough to drop the child off at the other parent's home. Even that, you see, if she was doing all of that from the start and from the get go, then she could have been saying this that she's saying. But the fact that she has not been doing that at all, she's been holding Kai to her chest, which him never hold to her chest either. He's been staying everywhere else. That's something I like.
So your way or the highway per usual. You take me to court.
Yes.
The person that cares for Kai 24/7 when you hop in and out whenever you want to. What do you mean take me to court?
Look.
The audacity for you to sit here and even fix your mouth to say that. What are you thinking?
The audacity of you trying to keep me away from my son.
That is the point right there, so I think that's the part that I'm at right now. We've all had a wonderful day, guys. No visitation inside any ex apartment. She may have company. Well then, Rod. Well then, she needs to be giving visitation where him can go bring his kid to his house. The funny thing is, remember that Anthony has solved this long ago. The solution is give me my kid on whatever time so he can stay by my house. That's the solution. Then she wouldn't have to be talking about all of this. But the thing is, she has Kai firmly gripped in her grasp that no, she pretty much can't remove him. That's the problem. That is the issue that you're having. And you're going to run into these issues when you start having too much control. Rod, you're correct, you know. Rod Dennis, you are correct. The only thing now is that him now have to put him foot down. Yes, he needs some visitation rights. Shayla did not think her being in a relationship with Anthony, right? And no, she's not. She wants to allow Anthony to see Kai at her discretion. She is not to be trusted. Do it through the courts. Ethel, may I agree with you. You can't trust her. Me can't trust. Nobody can trust her right now. 5 to 10,000 to get a house to what? What's that for? One journey. Court ordered. Visitation is needed and required. I don't trust Shayla or her rooster mom. How can we trust these people? How can they be trusted? That's a question may I ask. We never trusted Shayla. We don't trust bottom feeders. We just don't. What may I trust Shayla for? I mean, know Shayla probably gonna double cross me some way, somehow. She gonna get vexed one day. The one thing I've learned about parenting in my time of doing it, and maybe the ladies them can talk about it, is if what I've seen, if the woman is not working with your system, go to the courts. Because she will waste as much time as you give her to waste.
Not keeping you away from
You're
your
telling
son.
me I
I'm giving
can't.
you options of what you can
Options.
do.
You're giving me options. Wow. Okay, so look, I've already talked to an attorney, and usually in cases like this, they favor the person who provides a stable environment for the child. Last time I checked, I have a home where he'll have multiple rooms that he can go. I have resources where whatever school he wants to go to, he can go there. So you can play this whole, oh, I care for him and I care for him. But if I really lock in, there's not a judge in Atlanta that will side with you, and especially the way that you did your best friend.
All right, none of that matters. The whole idea of the Amber thing, I don't think matters at all. That doesn't matter. What matters here is the best interest of the child. Them not care about what Shayla does to Amber. Them only care about Kai. That's how them look at these situations. At this point, O'Neill, Anthony does not need any verbal communication when it comes to visitation. He needs a court order. It's the only thing that the Roosters would respect. And that's the point. D. Joseph, you're extremely correct. You're tired, Nanya? Don't talk about it anymore, and then just get her served with court papers, and then Shayla will realize that you're not her game anymore. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. If she has a problem with him popping up, then she should let him collect his child and let him collect his child whenever he wishes, and she can be free. And that is the point. I think that people don't really quite grasp that. If you don't want this man to pop up this much time, like Shayla is saying, then make the man seem youth. If we had a hold on for the man kid and then say, you know what I mean, something else, make camera look so weird. Hold on, friends, wipe the camera screen. There you go. It's as simple as that. So Alicia, I may agree with you. But her thing right, his thing right here, so is saying that if he locks in, he can get full custody. That's the big question I think I have for everybody today. They live in Atlanta. Ludacris was able to get full custody from. Oh, okay. Ludacris was able to get full custody from his baby mama, who tried to get him to continue to ask for additional support, and courts gave her custody. Interesting, Ethel R. Because if this is what you're saying, that Ludacris was able to get full custody, that's interesting. Them living in Atlanta, we have got to discuss that.
Oh, you forgot. The person living in your house was arrested for assault on me. So why would the courts go in your favor?
That was thrown out. That was dismissed. And believe me, I know a lot of people in Atlanta.
All right. All right. So I think the biggest question I want to start answering is, can he win this case? Can Anthony win this? Can Anthony win this case? I asked this question already on the community chat. I asked, can Anthony win? Because these are the biggest case Anthony will ever have in his lifetime. Because these cases are not easy. They're not easy. Them look at a whole heap of things. Can Anthony win this case? Can he win it? That's the thing right now. I don't even know that Anthony really wants full custody. He just wants to spend time with his child and be able to go where he wants to go with him and to do what he wants. And I think Michelle B, that is the biggest piece, is that the man, a lot of times men really just want to be able to see their kids. Give him a court order. Give him the time where he's supposed to have. That's really what he wants. Him just want a court order that him can work with. But you do have some women who are difficult and then they really want to give it the time with their youth. They just don't. Nani, I tell you.
Big people, important people. And I can get what I want. Now, I didn't want to have to do this. But now you're telling me when and where I can see my child? If you don't lock in and straighten up, I'm going to just take you to court. And I don't think that your little ball player friend can dribble you up out of this situation. You know, because unlike him, he may have a jump shot, but I use my mind.
All right. Can Iman? So yeah, answer that. Can Iman? Can Iman rescue Shayla? There you go. Can Iman rescue Shayla? So can Iman provide any support? That's why Anthony should go full custody. That's a question now. So y'all say Anthony should go full custody. Real TV said yes and can win. My husband won full custody, as it was ruled that our home was the most stable, and we're in Texas. All right, that's fair. That's fair. Real TV may ask more questions from me because I want to get more inkling as to why did they give it full. What was the big reason? Only I think Iman will agree with Anthony. I believe so too. Me think Iman will agree with Anthony as well. That's the funny thing about Iman, because Iman understands what it is like to lose a kid. You see, When you are a man and you go through these things, you don't have the time to go through the fandangles, and you understand what it's like. You understand as well too, you because you've now sit on Anthony's side before, in Anthony's seat, and there are many men who have sat in Anthony's seat. As much as him disgusting, but we're talking about custody. There are a lot of men who are sitting in Anthony's seat. And why did Amber lay hands on bottom feeder? He can win, especially with the weed smoking. Hey man, when he went to court, you got nervous. Okay, I see. That's what you get nervous. Anthony, just do it. Don't don't worry about Shayla locking in. Just take her to court. At that moment, I'm doing a Irma. I think they're going there. Iman don't want anything to do with this. He doesn't. Diane, I think you're correct. Iman really is tired of the food. I think Iman will leave. Iman will leave if it come down to it. Iman is going to tell Shayla to stop walking on the. She kicking the vegetables. She may just be kicking the vegetables right now. This is such a big topic. I don't even think Country Wayne has woken up a nest right now. This is a huge topic. If the writers can get this topic right, they will have a big thing on their hands. If the writers can get this right, let me say it again. If the writers can get this situation right, which maybe it needed to be Anthony's, because if the writers can get this right, they will have a lot of options to go into, and they'll have a lot to teach, and people will have a lot to learn. Yes, he can. I'm gonna ask you the question. We're gonna dig into it. If him can win, yes, he can. Amanda smoke weed. If Anthony ever come in when Iman is there smoking, it's over. Or if he smells it in the apartment. I don't think that having a child makes grounds for someone to not have full custody of their child. I think the courts will look at it from two sides. Anthony may not get full custody based on just having the house. Exactly. That's kind of what I was saying. Oh, Era, I love this. Era is providing some insight. I love it, Era. Thank you very much for coming in. Era says only like work in the court. Anton is winning the case because Shayla does not have a job. And again, the court will still check Shayla's medical records to be sure that he's okay. I know he's winning on those fronts, but more know, can he win this? Can he win this custody battle? That's my question. The one thing we learn about custody battles is that them hard. They're very, very tough. Custody battles are tough to win. They're extremely hard to win. So that's why I ask the question, can he win the custody battle? I love this era. I love this. And I know what he's saying. I know him I say. I know what he's saying. I'm trying to read your comments. I love that word. Fandangles. What about fandangles, you know? It's a lot of fandangles, man. I wait for fandangles. Do you think that Wayne set it up for Iman to get with Shayla and all of this to happen? Possibly. Of course, he's the writer of the entire. Maybe. Oh, I see what you're saying. Inside of the skit, you're saying that Wayne has set up a trap. That's an interesting question, actually. Brenda is saying, did Wayne set a trap with Iman? Did Wayne set a trap for Shayla with Iman? That's the question. That is the question. Emma said, did Wayne set a trap for Shayla with Iman? Is it a trap? That's a good question. That's a very, very good question. That is a very, very good question. Miss Ona say, me send a text real quick. Sorry about that, friends. Let me see. So let's see what else y'all have. Paula, I agree with you. Let me see what y'all say. You see, Shayla could have solved this if she had allowed Anthony to spend time, but the fact that she's not allowing him to spend time, that's another thing that's not so great. because her medical proxy. Shayla probably has mental health issues. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Stacey said the writers them won't get this right. It's Stacey, if the writers them can just get this one right, I'm telling you, them have something on them hands. Them really do have something on them hands. This is a very delicate piece of information that they're about to tap into. It's a very delicate and sensitive topic. You know, people get crazy over it, but it's a very delicate, sensitive topic, and it's a very, very real topic. It's the realness of the topic. Them going to win people on with this one. Iman will side with Anthony. Possibly. Maybe. They're saying Iman possibly could side with Anthony. Shayla will lose Kai and Iman and her mind if the matter goes to court, especially when the girl finds out that she has Kai around the high grade. Okay, I say especially when them find that out. That's interesting.
So he may be balling, but I'm really balling.
Anthony, that was so lame.
It may be lame. It may be lame. And you may be right. One thing that your man doesn't have is a left. So you think about that. So I take it, I'll come back and let you think about that.
Iman, well, hold on. Iman does not have a left. So that means every time he's doing it with Shayla, he's doing it on the right. Him now did it on the left. You know, I don't know, ladies, I don't know if you have men that are ambidextrous. You know? Ambidextrous, I mean dextrous. Um I don't know if y'all's husband is very ambidextrous, but Iman is not able to use it. He's not able to fling it up on the left. He can only fling it up on the right. So that's just that right now. Oh Lord. Okay. Goddess London has put this comment up here, and Goddess London says her mother is her medical proxy. Shayla probably has a mental health issues. So the question is, because so I think that Goddess Landing is saying Shayla has mental. Does she? I don't even know this. Does Shayla? I know they try to talk about it one long time. Does Shayla have mental health issues? That's a good question. Does she have mental health issues? This was something that Goddess London brought forward. A lot of people had been saying this a long time ago, but they never showed anything to show us otherwise. Like we know, so she off our bunkers, but I mean, like there's nothing big, you know. So I miss want to say, do you guys know of the mental health issues that Shayla has? Does anyone have a scene with the mental health issues and can put in the chat? If you have a scene with the mental health issues, put it in the chat for me, please. If you have a scene with that, just put it in the chat so we can see it. I want to take a look at the mental health issues she has. So Ethel R has responded to this. Medical practice is only effective when the person is unable to make medical decisions. Does that mean that Shayla cannot mentally make decisions without Angelina? That's a good question. Does she have this? We know Shayla's slow, we know I'll make a piece here, but Moana, does she have, like, on paper, does she have this? Because you can go in front of a judge and you can say all of the different things, but you need paper for proof. They want to see it on paper. Anthony need to stop paying for that apartment, still send Shayla to court for his rights to Kai, and let's see if Iman can pay the rent. Him probably not gonna pay the rent. He won't pay the rent. It right now it is convenient for Iman, so it doesn't make sense for him to do anything. I know if I'm no custody order is set, Anthony could pick up Iman and never return home, and Shayla would have to file paperwork to set up a custody. It wouldn't be considered kidnapping. No, I guess it wouldn't. I guess it wouldn't. The problem though is this. I don't think Anthony have the time for that. Love bug, you are correct. The only thing is that Anthony don't have the time to be doing that with Shayla right now. Him is a man that is busy making money. So he doesn't have the time to do the let me go, I don't know, move from Atlanta to another city in Georgia. Me know what you're saying, and I think you're correct. Him just have the time to do it. But you can do it. You can do it. Yes, she has mental health issues. I should talk about it in the past. Did they say what it was, David? Did they say what the mental health issues was? Because I always hear about it, but I've never really seen it. In other words, there's no paperwork that comes up on it. Now, if them pull up mental health paperwork, could that be a thing used against her? Mm, you'd have to have, okay, for them to bring those things up, you'd have to have proof of the mental health acting up. No. You can have a mental health issue on file, but if there is no proof that it has affected you in the past, I don't know, 5 years, where you can see like she's been going to an outpatient clinic or she's been attending like sessions with her therapist or so, if there's none of that, that's what you need. I think you need now like paper trail. You need paper trail. I know she have mental issues, but you need paper trail. And that's what I'm looking for. Could Anthony be calling a bluff to get Shayla back under his control? Interesting. Is Anthony calling Shayla's bluff to get Shayla back? Could that be it? I don't think so, Clevine. I don't think so, but I'm gonna see exactly what the chat say. And I'm gonna tell you why I don't think so. I think Anthony has reached a stage where I'm gonna tell you what I said today. What Amber did was it lit some fire underneath Anthony. By trying to get David back, that has lit a fuse underneath Anthony to get his kid back, because it's almost like it doesn't make sense for him to not have his kid. I think that's what's going on. But give me your stick. They could subpoena the medical records. They could do that. You can subpoena the medical records to come to you, which is fine. But even if you subpoena the medical records, the idea of subpoenaing the medical records is that you have to have a timeline where she has shown that she has been disruptive. Then them have to show like the diagnosis acting up. Is it that she's taking medications? Things like those are gonna have to come into play. You can be subpoenaed for that, as in for like a custody order, but you're still going to need like some amount of evidence control. I don't think there's a bluff to get Shayla back. I don't think he's doing that. Linda, me don't believe so either, but me just wanted to ask people. I think the writers had to take time to figure out the story, and they're in a crazy loop. I think so. I think so. I think that's what they did, Nanya, because they realized that they could go many places. To be honest, if the baby is Anthony's, it sends the story in an interesting path, because them can show a dysfunctional mother with a father trying to get a kid back, and a woman who really wants a child. There's three lights that them can show, and those are real topics to the culture right now, because this is actually very, very real. Roland is not going to let He's not going to let anyone else pay her rent because she doesn't want her there. Rolanda. Anthony is renting that apartment from Rolanda. I see what you're saying. Rolanda not gonna make anybody pay the rent. If this were a real case, Shayla couldn't legally demand a house in exchange for visitation. The courts decide custody and visitation based on the child's best interest, not luxury demands. So they're not going to try to demand that in court. I think they're going to try to demand that out of court. Angelina realized that she's losing her grip. Angelina realized she's losing her grip, and that's why she's making these claims. Angelina, Angelina realized that she is losing her grip on Anthony. That's why she's making the threats. And I'm gonna bring it up. Only I disagree that Wayne wants his story to go the same old paste and copy way. Shayla gets her way playing with Anthony's head because he's weak and clueless. Where's the interest in that? You think Wayne wants Sarah to go? Okay, you think Wayne wants to do that? I think they're talking about inside of it. That's why I asked about the custody order, and y'all. Hey, custody order, serious, guys. I'm telling you right now. I've been involved in at least 3 custody cases. They are not easy, and all of them different. I've been involved in 3 custody cases, and all of them are different. The other ones I've been directly involved in, and I've had like experiences with them. But I've been involved in 3 custody cases. They're not easy. And what you're seeing by your screen, the Anthony is real. It's as real as it comes. Which is why I know that they have a story to tell. If them can keep this, them have a story to tell. I'm gonna be very honest with you. They have a story to tell. Anyway, we're going to see what Angelina said because apparently, well, let me
You
guess.
know, but I'm serious, Shayla.
All right, that was Anthony in him. Hey, I'm serious kind of mood. We will see what Angelina is saying. So what people is talking about is this. People are talking about this particular piece of work here. So by Angelina, after she come and on Deontay's reviews his channel and talk all that stuff, and now she's out here with the BS.
So if he takes us to court, what I'm gonna use his money to fight him in court.
Yes, and run the bag up. But I digress. Let me think here for a second.
It's just so unbelievable. Like, Anthony, haven't you put me through enough? Like, I'm the woman that has carried your son. You would think you would have a little bit more grace for me.
All right, so this is interesting, and I wanted to discuss this because I feel like women use it a lot. Okay, does carrying a child means that a woman, a mother, let me put mother, is always right? There you go. Does carrying a child mean that a mother is always right? The line that Shayla has given right there, so I know why they dropped this line. This line is one of those knee-jerk response lines. Hear me out. This is a very knee-jerk response line because the line almost is like women use it all the time. Because them carry a child and feel like everything that they're making, every decision they're making right. Every decision. So let me ask on the question. I want to ask y'all to get a feel. Does that mean she's always right? Because it's a line where women use all the time. Well, I brought the kid in for one entire. I brought the kid into the world, so I should make the. That's what you get. Don't go around the line. It's a very good line. Very good line. Women use it all the time. The fact that Shayla has brought this child in the world, she's saying, because she bring Kai into the world, she is right. Only la fish things from the head, and that Angelina, what an awful parent. Exactly. Remember last night, some people were saying that some grandparents are great. Look on the grandparent here. Look at this grandparent. No, we do know that there are psych medications because Ashley asked about it. There you go. So that's your question. 2, Shayla, when have you shown grace? Negotiate, yeah, right. It's extortion at its finest, but it happened. Absolutely not. When I say that no, I'm sure to say these are lines that are repeated without context. And so now it has been ingrained in a lot of women who don't deserve to be using these lines. And I'm using the word deserve. Yes. Like Tuana said, girl, no one cares about that. You are a gold digger. That is correct.
But all the grace that he has is for Amber. She didn't give him a son. Like, this is real life. What is he thinking?
It's not thinking.
He's thinking I'm supposed to play by his rules. Like, Anthony, what is wrong with you? I'm the one that cares for Kai. Why don't you have any respect for me?
So she's saying Anthony for have respect for her because she's caring for Kai. Okay. All right. I put a link with Zashri saying that she needs to get help. Hold on. I'm gonna look for the link. Sharon, I'm looking for the link. I'm looking for the link, Sharon. You put the link in there, Sharon? Sharon, they're saying Shayla has been on psych meds. We need to see the psych meds y'all are talking about. I'm glad someone has found it. Can you guys just keep copying it so it comes in because the chatter runs so fast? This is interesting. Shayla may have a personality disorder and that's difficult to manage with medication. If it's a personality disorder that she has, then yes, sure. The thing is, they're gonna ask how she been acting out. Is it a danger to the baby? Because they're gonna say that other women have. They're going to say that other women have personality disorders and they are okay to take care of their children. Listen, guys, I know me I say them thing, I know I tell you how the courts work. They work very weird. Them work very, very weird. Very weird. The courts are not easy to deal with. Let's not forget that Anthony took her to have an abortion. So what does that say about Anthony, what Anthony wants? Well, the thing doing Ramona is that even if he takes her to do an abortion, here why this can't count anymore, Ramona. She decided she was going to have it, and he decided that he must go be the father for it. So you have to make me see the kid. You can't this okay. Women can't have it both ways. Let me say this again. Our men. In the case where I did Shayla, you can't have it both ways. You cannot say, I want to have the child, so you need to take care of the child. But then at the same point in time, you're telling me that I cannot see the child. That don't make no sense. This needs some work. So it doesn't matter if him tell her to go do an abortion. She never did the abortion. Did he leave her to be? Did he run away, leave the child? If he never ran away, leave the child, and he's still here, then there's nothing else to talk about. He's still here. Think about it, Ramona. His name is not on the birth certificate, and he's still paying. Ramona, think about it. Moya, think about it in your brain. How many kids you know that the men name not dep on the birth certificate and the man still appear? That's all me have to say. That's all me have to say. So the statement can't fair. The statement can't fair, Ramona, but me could be wrong. Maybe me wrong. Is Ramona's, do you agree with Ramona? Do you agree with Ramona? There you go, Ramona. May I put up for see if the audience agree with maybe O'Neill is biased on it. So I'm gonna put it out there. Do you agree, Ramona? Ramona said, let's not forget that Anthony took her to have an abortion. So what does that say about what Anthony wants? So may I ask you now, do not agree? Ramona's name is on the screen with this right here. This is what Ramona put a comment on the screen and she's saying because this is it right here. Ramona, whether you like it or not, for the next 18 years, him have to pay for pitney, that is the thing I'm gonna think women grasp. You see, the moment you decide that you're not going to do an abortion and you're going to have the baby and you're going to put me as the father, then all of that other feelings that you have has to go away. Because I am going to now have to take up responsibility to deal with the child. If that is not the case, Ramona, then what can happen is then that, right? Maybe we need to have a kid and still make it responsible. Maybe I need to make it responsible for one of my kids them. Yeah, me can just, Anthony to talk to Shayla, remind her that parents are well off. That's what them say, them well off, yes. Yeah, 18 years. You're stuck with, listen to me. When you get, like Malcolm is telling you, when you get a kid, you are stuck with a kid for 18 years. You're stuck. I don't like, me can't go anywhere else. Ramona, when you know put this youth upon me, and me no have to take care of it. If you go to child support, me still have to pay the child support now, even after the child has grown older. Listen, I have friends who have been put on child support, and the kids are grown, and them still have pay child support. Me not think gonna understand the consequences of having a kid. I think sometimes women are really to get how the system is built with things like even child support. But anywho, y'all seeing what's going on. Wanna see what go on? David, thank you very much for the super chat. David said this kid made no sense. Shayla doesn't want Anthony in the apartment because she wants her privacy. So how does him buying a house solve the problem? Don't make sense, David, but that she has to say right now.
Honey,
That she has to say, David.
do not
Thank you for the
sweat
super
it.
chat.
Because let me just say this to you. Anthony is not in a position to make any demands, especially court. But I will say this to you. I think it would be really smart that if he wants to start seeing Kai, make him buy you a home.
Buy a house. Can you imagine that? Vanswell said O'Neill has become officially a Shayla hater. Well, Vanswell, let me sing the song for you. Ooh, can't nobody do me like you. I'm officially a Shayla hater. Vanswell, take me to the haters ball. Please. Vanswell, take me to the haters. Take me. Vanswell, take me to the haters ball. Take me to the haters ball. Take me to the Vanswell, take me to the haters ball. Please. Please. Take me to the haters ball. Vanswell, I'm getting married in the morning. So take me to the ball on time. Carry me go out of the haters ball, Vanswell. Bring me to the haters ball, please. Make me go to the haters ball. We need to go. Because if you think me dislike Sheila, listen to me. Welcome. I've officially. David, thank you very much for the super chat.
What do you mean, Mom? Buy me a home. You paid
Yes.
for this apartment.
Girl, please. This is an apartment. This is good if you're in college. You are a mother of a son whose father is a multimillionaire.
Who and she
He
doesn't
deserves
work.
to be running around in his palatial estate.
And she does not work. Let's just don't forget that. And she don't work. Let me just no more yourself. I know y'all was asking for the anthem. I know y'all wanted the anthem. And so I have the anthem. Don't worry yourself. I have the anthem. Don't worry, folks. I do have the anthem ready and queued up. I have the anthem ready for a long time. Long time I have the anthem.
When you see some chicken eggs, get one at you like chicken eggs. Y'all hungry can't buy chicken legs. Chicken head.
I have the anthem for the haters out there. I've been a hater. Yes, Vanswell said O'Neill is a hater. O'Neill has become a hater. Yes, Vanswell, if you think you're not seeing nothing yet, welcome into the haters ball. Welcome to the haters ball. O'Neill is a hater. Big, big hater. May I drink a whole heap of haterade. Like David said, in a sense, she want privacy. And the mother is asking for a house.
Enjoying the good life just like you do. And if he wants to spend time with Kai, then he needs to come out of pocket. And I think that's probably
Indeed, for come out of pocket like insurance. Thank you very much for the super chat, Antoinette. It seems like Shayla cannot think for herself. She always has to have her speak for her. So that's why them saying, is Angelina Shayla's spokesperson? That's the question. Notice the emails go to her, all of those things. Yes, Vanswell, I've been drinking the Amber Aid. I have been drinking Amber Aid. In case you know, I've been drinking Amber Aid. There you go. That's what I've been drinking, Vanswell. We have been waiting. Yeah. The mother can't think. The mother can't think either. That's the problem because it don't make sense. You are correct, Antoinette. It seems like Shayla cannot think for herself. She's always has to speak for her. She have a spokesperson. These are the spokesperson. Apparently, Angelina is the spokesperson.
Really, the number one thing that you can do, go ahead and begin those negotiations. Get him started. He wants to see Kai? Fine, no problem. Move me into a home. He'll feel more comfortable when he comes.
So the answer to Anthony trying to take me to court is demand that he buy me a house.
I don't want to
If
say
he
demand.
wants to see Kai.
Yeah, not demand. Simply negotiate. He's a man with a whole lot of.
Hold on. So hold on. Hold on. So the answer is demanding. The answer for this is demanding that Anthony buy a house. Would you demand? Hold on. Should Anthony, I saw, buy a house to see Kai? Let me ask the ladies them that. Because I know sometimes some ladies them will say, no, O'Neill, of course he needs to do this for the karma. Let me ask y'all a question. Should Anthony buy a house in order to see Kai? Let me ask him that question. Yeah. Then make a course, yes? Tell me, should Anthony be buying a house just to see Kai? In other words, just to see his son, him need to buy a house. Just to see his son need to buy a house.
Pride, and that certainly comes before the fall.
Mom, when does this drama end? Like, I'm just trying to enjoy my new life with my new man and raise my son. And all Anthony is doing is making my life a living hell.
Well, you see my beautiful, most handsome grandson right there? He's going to do more than just run around in between these little four walls. It's time to start holding him accountable. And not only that, that's right along Anthony's wavelength of thinking. He likes to spend money. He likes to show off. Let's give him a place to do that.
All right. I don't know. This just throw me off to them seat, and David correct that the skit throw me off, but I liked where they were going. So maybe I have to ask for the people that worked, the people that have worked in the court system before, the people that are working at the court system. Maybe I need y'all right now. I need you know right now because I need you to tell me how this really work, right? The people that work in the court system, I think I need y'all. I do need everyone else, of course, but I'm just saying, I want to get an opinions on how does Anthony win? That's my question. How does he win this? How does he win? Let me ask first, what should Anthony go for? What should Anthony go for? Full custody or joint custody? Let me ask that. Let me ask that question first. Ramon, I know you said something a while ago. I'm trying to answer as many as me can answer. No, he's not doing more than enough. He is doing more than enough, Ramona. He is doing more. It would be doing more than enough. It might do more than enough, but that's what I show you, Ramona. This is where they are going. This is why this is crazy. This is where they're going, Ramona. That's why I'm saying them in a sense. You said no, him not for buying a house. Or you're saying him shouldn't buy a house. But this is what I was saying, Ramona, from before. I was saying, no, this man is stuck with this kid, and now they're asking the man to buy a house. This would be ridiculous. It is ridiculous. When for go for do joint custody or full custody, won't think him should have go for. If he was to go for custody, won't think him should go for joint or full custody. Joint custody, if proven he's the father. Why? Why want to say joint custody? Why? More get that from the women them. O'Neal Anthony need to go for full custody because Shayla is not okay upstairs. That's fear. This is a fear. This is fear. Why? 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 More know why. That's my question today. This is the only topic I want to be discussed because I think it's great. Why am I go for me like what Era give me. Era say only if I go for full custody because I don't think Shayla right as a parent. Makes sense. We can live with that. Two, another way. He can win full and sole custody. She has no way to financially support her child with a court order. With court order, with child support. Okay, I see. The family court mediator plays a huge role in determining visitation and joint visitation. Yes, they do. Yes, they do, Angela. Yes, they do. This is what I try to tell people. It depends on when you walk into the courtroom, how them perceive you. If you are perceived as the threat, it's different. And you can walk in there and all of a sudden they think that you are trying to, what you call it now, beat up this poor little girl. Trust me, the court is good with that. It's perception. Full because it'll force Sheila to stop using her child as a pawn. Makes sense. It will take a lot to approve to get full custody. I would think, Nanya, yes, it does take a lot to approve full custody. I think he's going to court. That is the direction the writers are headed. So he can not be going to buy a house. And I think they should go this direction, honestly. Why full custody, guys? With the course uncertain and income for Shayla, okay, with the course uncertain and income for Shayla, because she has none, will prove that she's financially unable to provide care for children, even in a joint level. But them can say child support. That's the thing. They can say that. Could he have proved, could he have been recording all of those times when she was, berating and threatening him when he was not saying anything? He should have, but I don't think he is. Men generally don't record them thing they do. Just it. I'll tell you the truth. As a man, you tend not to record these things until you realize that you have no choice. So I come to realize about court things. Unless you're vindictive. Unless you're vindictive, then sure you'll do that. But in general, people don't record those things unless them have a reason for do that. You don't start recording, you don't start putting out anything at all, you don't start trying to gather data unless you find out that, you know what, I'm not getting where I want to get with you, like where I think Anthony's right now. Two things happening. Because that's what I said to you. Amber has done something very special right now. Let me see what you say. Who is worse, Angelina or Hollywood? Selling their daughters to gain. Both of them at the same place. Two things are happening. Amber has brought David up. And the funny thing is, David has actually been a benefit for Anthony. Yes, I know, only saying this. I'm not flip-flopping on the right. David has been a... Amber going for the David thing has been a benefit for Anthony. The benefit it is that because of the David situation, it has now lit a certain level of fuse underneath Anthony to want to go get his child. Because him realize that if him don't go get him child, Amber is going to adopt this kid. And it will be selfish for him to adopt this kid. So now he's starting to think like any regular man. Well, let me go get my kid real quickly so I can spend time with my kid. Then you can't give me anybody else. That's what I think is going on. So yes. Yes. Once him get Kai, then hey, you might just say David. Full because she swings from vine to... Rarely keeps the child with her. Her mother is extorting money from him. Listen to me. Ayana again. Full custody is so tough to win. It is so tough. Nanya and a lie, Nanya tell. It's one of the hardest custody to win is full custody. You have to damn near prove that the picnic is getting battered. Children should be allowed the opportunity to mother relationship with the mother. Should, but if the mother is not doing what she's supposed to do, all right, you know what? Here's a question, Tina. Is Shayla lacking the opportunity to be a mother to Kai? That's a question. Tina, this will answer your question. The question to you, Tina, is this. Is Shayla lacking the opportunity to be a mother? And if your answer is no, then none of this can work because the truth is, that's the problem. The problem is that she not lack no opportunity. In fact, she is making the child lack the opportunity of seeing him father. And yes, David, right. Me don't know women get this from to feel as though it's a boy, he should be nurtured by his father. I don't know why women think that men have nurturing qualities. Yes, women might have the breast, or not have the breast. Women have the breast, and yes, women will do certain little pieces, but a man's role is very indicative in a child's life, especially a boy. Especially a boy. A man's role indicative because men bring a certain level of stability. And right now, kind of stable. Think about it. Listen to me. The woman has been out all week. What they're showing you is that the mother careless. A careless mother. And Alexa is a mother who is very, what you call it now, very, very much there. She not there. If she was there, I could have agree with you now. We're all wasting our breath because none of this is going to matter. Well, I think uh, Dorian, we're talking about this because I feel like people get to learn from this particular little skit because we get to research a couple little pieces, you know? That's the deal. That's really what's going on. But I agree with David. Boy, people need them father. Boys need their fathers. Anthony's not a good father. Well, they haven't allowed him the chance to be a good father, though. So we can't really quite say that. Hold on, man, Nancy B. While me believe that Anthony needs work, you still have to work on being a father. It takes some time. You have to understand it. And your father not normally very much up and down in your arms 24/7. No. A man is a man. Vanswell is back. Stop acting like she didn't give him the opportunity. No, she did not. No, she did not, Vanswell. No, she did not give him the opportunity. You can't, when has he been getting visitation rights? One night? And then after the one night, you take the kid back with no explanation at all because my asked if a DNA test? Please. Please. No. Him see the baby for 5 minutes. Yeah, but him seeing the baby for 5 minutes because Shayla has pretty much not allowed the baby to come over. When the kid was over by the house, he spent a lot of time with. Hold on, man. No, man. No, you know, so I don't like when I do this. No, I don't like when I do this. Did Anthony not spend time with Kai when he was over his house? No, man. I don't like when I do that, you know. I don't like when I do that. When Kai went over to where Amber and Shayla was, they spent a lot of time together. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Aye, sir. Aye, sir. Don't forget that. Don't literally forget that. Don't forget that at all. Him spend the time. So y'all I make it seem now like say none of them things done happen. Y'all, I don't know. Sometimes me can't grapple. Me can't grapple right now. Me can't grapple with what y'all are saying. Can't grapple. We say don't start with a man female argument. No, me nah go. look, look. Again, O'Neill is of the belief that a man have a place in a child's life and a woman have a place in a child's life. Let me leave it right there, so. Both people have a role to play. What I don't like is when they make it look like say, it's only a mother alone can grow you and you don't need a father. And the narrative is pushed a lot. Because me as a father and as a person who has been just a single father have never pushed the narrative that I'm enough for my kid. I never have done it. And I never will do it. Even though I know the kid is managing and me take care of everything and me pay for everything and the kid gets a bottle and all of those things. I still never push that narrative because I still believe that there are roles that feminism play in the child's life. Just like how there are roles that masculinity plays in the child's life. That's what the deal is. Skitlanta, me know the shirt I come. Anthony did this mess to scare Shayla. I would have told him, my pleasure. Go ahead and take me to court. Anthony spent 1 day at his house with Kai. Come on. Exactly. You think about do this mess to scare Shayla? Y'all are really something else, you know. When I say stop it, no, listen to me. As I said before, both of the people have roles in their lives. He should let his lawyer handle this and go for full custody. Maybe they can settle a joint custody after having a look at everything. Listen to me. Want to ask O'Neill. Honestly, joint custody is what Anthony needs to get. But I understand the people must say full custody because the truth is Shayla rarely spends time with the little kid. And she's using the child as a pawn. I'm gonna like that. She have the kid outside in the cold air, but hey, some mothers don't know if be mothers yet, just like our father. Sometimes you have to learn it. One thing with parenting, you have to learn it. It takes a little time and you have to learn little pieces. Oh, you can't do this. Maybe you need to get this thing done. You have to learn parenthood. You have to learn it. That's what me have to learn. That was based on someone that make $30,000 a year. Well, regardless of how much you make a year, I mean, you can only provide so much money to a kid, and after a period of time, it's really negative returns. What you're saying is 100%. What are you saying? Hold on, Skitlanta. Me say me can fully what you say. It is Skitlanta. We did confirm that even if he's a millionaire, Georgia has. What are you talking? If you're talking about child support, Georgia has a cap. If you're talking about custody, yes, but it depends upon how Anthony going at the courts. Court just tricky. If you know people in the courts, you tend to have more favor. If you don't know people in the courts will try to see if them can get the most from you. Court is a business. Me learn this about court. Court is a business. The business of court is to make as much money as they possibly can. That's it. All right. See, Linda can tell you about court. Court is a business. The aim is to drain your pockets. They need to find the money in the system. The court is there to make money. They're not there to waste time. It's a business. O'Neill, I have a son, and while he was married, and divorced his father, I still knew enough to allow a foster a healthy relationship with him with his father. Exactly. The problem is that Shayla is not fostering a healthy relationship, and that's the problem. Get Atlanta. This is not one of the times you're gonna take 55% of someone's income. Next time, Skitland, okay. Next time you can join us so we look at the child support ledger again. You are more than welcome to come in. She is more than welcome. I should have a live with Faith is the Substance tomorrow. We can discuss it on the live tomorrow. But I think, hold on. Georgia, hold on. Child support. Here it is. We even had thing there confirm this. We even had Evan White Sr. confirm this for us. We were able to use this. We were able to even confirm this with Evan White Sr. And it wasn't wrong. When we looked on it, whatever we found was exactly what it was. There's a table. So them use a particular table in Georgia. She not gonna make no whole heap of money. It was a waste of time. She would lose this battle. Let me see if I can find it. Can I find it? Oh, good Lord, I can't find it. I cannot find it. Is this it? Parenting tool formula. Is that well, never mind. Let's try to get a calculator. Georgia child support calculator. Let's just get the calculator. Let me see if the calculator works. I'm gonna pull the calculator up for y'all. Let me do the calculator real fast. Nope. Nope. Nah, I don't see it here, so. If a man makes, here we go. If a man makes 30,000 per year, here we go. In Georgia, and the woman makes $0, what is his child support obligation? There you go. There you go. There you go. This it right here, so. In child support obligation is not much. We knew this. Think they told you this. What's his name? Evan White Sr., who actively has information on this, told us this. There you go. Evan White Sr. actually confirmed this. Evan White even tell that him of a millionaire friend who went through the same thing, and the woman got 3,000, I think 500, I think is what he said. And she only got that because the guy just put extra money so his kid could go to private school. She's not going to make any myriad of money. She has no leverage bargaining chip. Shayla has no leverage. Them think them have leverage. They're just trying to see exactly them can confuse Anthony, and women will do this. You have people out there who don't fully know the law and they'll try to do that and hit a bunch of smoke. Anyways, friends, I will have to run. Tonight is my daughter's, I think she's having a dance tonight, so that's why I'm come on this early. Because I said I wanted to at least touch a skit. You know what I mean? But my daughter has a little dance tonight. I'm going to see exactly if I can take her out and make sure that she's fine and she gets to go to the dance. So I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Look out for it. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Have a wonderful evening. I'm going to talk to y'all soon. Later.